It's rookie camp season. We're going to be taking a look at the Atlanta Falcons and getting our first glimpse of Michael Penix. We're going to watch him work out in some drills, throw the ball around, and get our first look at him in an Atlanta Falcons uniform while on the field. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering these rookie camp clips all rookie camp season long throughout these camps over this weekend, and you need to know what your players are doing behind the scenes. Click that button, stop missing out, and let's take a look at Michael Penix here. We're going to run through about a minute and a half of clips. The Atlanta Falcons gave us a lot from today's practice. We're going to be able to see a lot from Michael Penix. We're going to run through these clips real quick, talk some ball on him. We'll run through them 2 or 3 times there. And we got a lot from beat writers, the Falcons, news sites. And really, rookie camp is just getting a look under the hood of your new rookies, getting to know your quarterbacks, your players, the coaches, all that stuff. Just getting some continuity before we get into mini camps and training camps. Trying to get them up to speed before we get into the big practices, mini camp, training camp, and all that. So really, they're getting some work with Michael Penix. They're getting a good feel of him. That ball hums out of his hands, though, if you notice that. A lot of this is pitch and catch. The coaches are having trouble catching balls today. That's 2 drops from them. He hit them good. He's got a good whip coming out there. Good spiral. Even when he's tossing it, it's live out of the hands. Bam. Guy's having trouble catching today. That's 3. It's not even on him. And these short little dunkers. Here's another one. Scanning the field, going across the field. He's looking solid. He's looking solid. I know you're going to comment t-shirt and shorts. I know you're doing it. That's what rookie camp is, mini camp, and all that. But we're getting to know our rookies. We're seeing them in that Atlanta Falcons uniform, the ATL. We're getting a look under the hood. And compared to him, and compared to the other rookies we looked at today, he's got a ton of clips. The Falcons were excited to show off Michael Penix. And you got Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins obviously is going to get the first crack at the quarterback position. They invest a lot of money in him. Michael Penix, a high-end developmental prospect. They spent a lot with that draft pick. But we've been talking about him on the channel for years. He's a very good quarterback prospect, accurate downfield, can command an offense. We've been watching him since the Indiana days in the Big Ten. Back then, he was kind of on the radar. Especially in fantasy football for campus to Canton leagues because he was holding down some production. Injuries are huge on his career. He's also an older quarterback prospect, but he's also getting a lot of experience. He has a lot of experience from the college level. We went to Washington, was productive there, accurate downfield. He also had some good wide receivers there. But guess what? You got a lot of good wide receivers here too. You got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. And you're going to get to sit a little bit in season. You get to sit a little bit, learn the offense. You'll know the offense like the back of your hand unless things change and you got to learn a new one, I guess. But you'll know the offense like the back of your hand. You'll know the team, you know the traditions and all that stuff. And then when it's time to move on to you, and if you get that opportunity, you will be seasoned for the role in the position. And it's a good insurance policy just in case something happens to Cousins, just in case you want to move on from him later or whatever. Michael Penix is here to develop, and he's a good developmental quarterback prospect. There's a lot of good stuff to his game, though. The ball's live out of his hands. You can definitely say that. He's accurate downfield. He is very experienced. He's played in high-pressure moments. He's played with good wide receiver prospects. He knows what it's like to time with those wide receivers. 3 good wide receivers there at Washington, who all got drafted, too. Jalen Polk had good draft capital. Of course, Rome Odunze with the Bears. But watching him sling the ball all over the field here at rookie minicamp right now is a good thing to see. Him slinging the rock all over the yard. When we're talking about fantasy football, for redraft, you're not looking at him. Because, one, he's a rookie. He's seasoning on the bench behind Kirk Cousins. But we're talking about dynasty. We're talking about 2 QB Superflex. And we're seeing him get drafted second round, third round. And if you need a quarterback on the cheap and you got room on your bench to hold him, then you're probably going to make that payment in the second or third round, depending on where your draft picks are located and what you want off the board. Because in Superflex, quarterbacks get held over a barrel. And if he gets his opportunity, or when he gets his opportunity, that means you can either trade him on the spot and get a return on investment in that moment, or you hold and enjoy the production if that happens. And if that happens and he hits, then you paid very little for a quarterback that's going to give you a tremendous return on investment. And it's just the stock you're playing in Dynasty Fantasy Football. And that's only in Superflex. One QB, you may spend a third or fourth round pick on him. It really depends on bench size and what's left on the waiver wire. If you're able to pick up quarterbacks randomly off waivers throughout the season, then you may want to shoot for upside at wide receiver and running back. That's how I would strategize around him in 1QB Dynasty leagues. But really in Superflex, you're taking that gamble, especially if quarterbacks are held over a barrel in 2QB leagues and Superflex leagues, because those quarterbacks can gain a lot of value really fast. And you can either flip them on the market or you can have that quarterback production, because getting that second quarterback production on your team is crucial. So catching him at a discount is good there. Redraft, you're really not paying attention, maybe next year or year after. Falcons fans, you guys got yourselves a good developmental quarterback prospect. I know a lot of people did not agree with the pick. Let me know what you think about the pick in the comments below. I'm talking about him as a quarterback. I did like him a lot. I liked him a lot prior to the draft process. I was talking about him a lot during in-season last year in college football because he was very accurate downfield. He looked good, has a good mental processor. Then we got the draft season. Everybody kind of soured on him, but the NFL really didn't. The Falcons really didn't. They paid up, they got him, and now he's a first-rounder on the Falcons, a high-end developmental quarterback prospect that could blossom into much more. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.